Hello, and thank you for joining me for this very short little autumn practice based on the element of metal and using the channels of the lungs and the large intestine to do the work of letting go and detaching, of falling and surrendering, as is the current at this time of year. Bring the hands into the lap in any seated position. Come to kneeling if you can, but don't challenge it too much. You can always sit with a brick underneath the sitting bones to elevate the buttocks slightly for the knees. Otherwise, reorientate and bring yourself to sitting in a chair or an easy cross. Bring the hands into the lap. Close your eyes. Just take a few rounds of breath to draw yourself into the practice today. That inhalation bringing you all the way into the bowl of the pelvis. And the exhalation that descends you all the way through the floor. Just centering, gathering, and slowing with every breath. On the next exhalation, lower the hands out to the sides of the body. And as you inhale, and we're going to hold this breath, draw the arms up and make a fist with the thumbs on the inside. Keep the breath retained, and then use the fists to pound just across the chest. Kind of a Tarzan movement. Sternum, outer edges of the pectoral muscle. Hold the breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale through the mouth. Come forward into a child's pose shape, or as best you can, given your seated position. No breath. Inhale. Come all the way back up and raise the arms, thumbs on the inside. Breath is held. Now pound across the lower lungs at the base of the ribs. You can afford to be quite vigorous. Is held. Little smile. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, exhale through the mouth. Come forwards. And then inhale, just come all the way up to sitting. Bring the hands in the lap. Close your eyes. And turn your ears inwards to the sensations in the body just as they are. Notice that there is a clarification, a brightness or a lightness around the breath. Perhaps you can feel an expansion in the chest. Maybe it's in the physical body, maybe it's in the field just outside the skin. Nice. From here, let's bring ourselves into a child's pose variation with big toes together and knees wide to the outer width of the mat. Extend the arms forwards. Forehead parallel to the floor, maybe touching the mat. Breathe in here and direct breath to the back of the body. And then your exhalation, walk the whole torso over to the right. Now, this left arm is really the gauge of what we're working here. So with left fingertips or palm to the floor, extend the left side body as long as you can and roll the left ribs downwards. It's as if you're trying to create space in the intercostal spaces, in the pleural spaces. Nice. Come back to the center with your inhale and take it over to the other side with your exhale. Right arm extended forwards. And work on the right hemisphere of the body, rolling the right lobes of the lungs down, the right ribs gently coiling towards the floor as we invite space and breath. Come back to the center on your inhalation. And with your exhalation, sink the chest down and through. Nice. Come up to all fours. Transition right down onto the belly. This time, bring the sole of the right foot to the inner left knee. It's like a tree pose, but you're lying on your belly. Heel of the hands drop down in line with the base of the ribs. See if you can squeeze this foot to inner left knee. And with sitting bones flowing downwards with your inhalation, lift the chest, lift the left leg, lift the hands. Clarify the shoulders by widening at the collarbones and create tone and strength in the lower body by working foot to inner knee. Breathe in. Breathe out. Swing to the right, to the bent leg side. And then inhale to center. And then exhale, go to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Just 4 more side to side. 1, 2, 3. And 4. Breathe in, come to the center. And exhale, slowly lower down, right leg lengthens. Readjust, left leg. Same pose, foot to inner knee. Inhale fully, sitting bones flow down with the exhalation. And then inhale, raise, right leg, chest, hands. Breathe in. Breathe out, go to the left, bent leg side. Feel the waist opening here. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, go to the right. Inhale, come on back to the center. 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Breathe in, come to the center. And as you breathe out, slowly lower everything down. Hands, readjust the left leg. And think of cobra pose as you inhale and raise the chest up, widening at the lungs. Exhale, all 4s. Go right on and turn your toes under here and lift yourself through to downward facing dog. Take a breath or 2 here as you steady and find the balance point. Inhale, raise the right leg upwards towards the roof. As you exhale, let's bring the right foot through, little finger side of the right hand, turn the right toes out, and let's lower the left knee to the floor. Bring it so that the chest becomes parallel to the wall in front of you. You can always bring your hands to a brick here and just shift the weight side to side as you excavate and move into the silos of the hips, all the places in which we hold, all the places in which we gather and collect are the places that we need to access as we move through the autumn season. Nice deep breath here, inhale, open at the chest. And then turn the rear toes under. Lift the back left knee off the floor. I'm going to walk this front right foot a little over towards the middle of the mat. And with your next inhalation, raise the right arm upwards towards the roof. And try to turn the chest at the very base of the ribs. And then take the base of the rib points and draw them down. So you bring the chest a little in towards that front right thigh. Clip the right hip back and feel long through the right lobes of the lungs. Take the right hand over, breathe in. And as you breathe out, downward facing dog. A long deep breath, inhale here. And on your exhalation, clamp down through right foot and ride the left leg high with the inhale. On your exhalation, bring the left foot forward to the little finger side of the left hand, turning the toes out, the heels in. Drop the right knee to the floor so the pose is stable and grounded and enables you to feel through all of the places where you are holding. In autumn, the strength and the potency of the season is held in what we can release and what we can let go. So try not to gather as you practice, but instead bring yourself to the current of exhalation and everything that you can jettison. Nice. Lift the right knee off the floor and then walk the left foot very slowly towards the midline, more or less, of the mat. And inhale, raise the left arm upwards towards the roof. Can you feel the turn at the base of the ribs as you hook them down and in? And then breathing in fully, take that top arm over as you clip that left hip back to create space. Breathing in fully to all the spaces you're creating. And as you exhale, return, downward facing dog. Settle and take a breath or two here. Allow yourself to feel long, spacious, breath-filled. Take one more long breath. And with your exhalation, drop the knees to the floor and the buttocks to the heels. Sweep the hands slowly around behind you as you come into a child's pose shape and interlace them at the sacrum. See if you can straighten the arms, and if you can't, get a strap between the hands. Tuck the chin in, drop the crown of the head to the floor, and roll as you lift the arms to the roof. Inhale, come all the way back. Release backs of hands to the floor and come to child's pose. Let it go. Allow there to be a steady current of exhaled breath. And see if you can preface that. Let go of the spaces at the back of the neck, spaces at the back of the lungs, and the holding in the kidneys and lower back. Let everything spread, soften, and fall. The fronts of the shoulders, the backs of the hands, the hinge of the jaw, even the eyes. And then on your inhalation, very slowly come all the way up to kneeling to our starting point. And before you open your eyes, just feel into that space around you. Metal element in the lungs and the colon represent the borders in our lives, like the bookends. Our very first action on the planet is to inhale, and the very last one before we go will be an exhale. So in this space of boundaries, of borders, of what draws in and contains us, be present. Namaste.